Hello, my name is Brian Avina, and I will be demonstrating Khan Academy's AI tool, Khamigo. More specifically, the teacher tools in Khamigo. In today's day and age, there are so many distractions pulling your attention away from the work you truly enjoy doing. For many instructors, the joy and meaning that drives their dedications to teaching is connecting with and mentoring their students within the classroom. Helping students find a spark or make connections in front of you can fill your heart with excitement. However, there is so much work that needs to be done before even entering the classroom. Work that is needed in order to create an engaging experience for your students. As an instructor, you need to be prepared to give an engrossing performance to your students that not only grabs their attention but also delivers important information, all while developing skills like critical thinking. Today, I want to share with you a tool that can help you create a classroom that will be sure to please you and your students with informative, engaging, and exciting lessons. Khamigo is an AI powered tool that can help you complete all the routine work that needs to be done, like creating lesson plans. You can create an engaging lesson plan in a fraction of the time with Khamigo. Khamigo can free your time and energy to go towards those making those connections with your students that fuel your motivation. It's very easy to start. First, create an account on the Khamigo website, Khamigo AI. Khamigo is part of Khan Academy, which strives to create free resources for students all over the world. When I was in high school, I used Khamigo to help me understand concepts in AP Calculus, AP Biology, and those kinds of classes. Khamigo is the next step in Khan Academy's mission to create learning that is more accessible for everyone. So we'll just scroll down here to sign up for free. After you're signed up, you'll be taken to the main page. I've already created an account, and so we'll just be taken to that main page. Okay, here you can see there are many tools for you to choose from. You can easily filter by plan, create, differentiate, support, and learn. These are the different themes of the tools available here. Because there are 25 tools, I'm only going to highlight a few here, but feel free to try out all the others on your own. Let's start off with the lesson hook tool. So here you can see you can select the grade level, the lesson topic, and some lesson context to create your lesson hook with. I'm going to select college. The topic I'm going to select is, let's say, cellular respiration. And then the context is for a class of nursing students. For a class of nursing students. Let's go. Okay, here you can see it gives us three different activities to select, three different options for us to choose from. So you can, let's go with number 3 here. You can see it came up with, begin with a Socratic question. If cellular respiration suddenly stopped in your body, what would be the immediate and long-term consequences for organ systems? Invite students to debate and reason through the psychological cascade, emphasizing critical thinking and clinical relevance. So you can kind of see it's kind of starting to use the context you gave it to really make something more personalized for your needs. So that's a pretty good lesson hook. So go ahead and give it a try. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next tool we're going to use here, which is lesson plans. So we're going to start off with lesson plan. This will help create, as it says, a lesson plan for us. So there's different levels of options to choose through here. We're going to start off with describing what topic. We'll go ahead and stick with cellular respiration. You can see there's different content you can select through at different levels, high school biology or AP biology / college biology, right? You can even create your own content by entering your own standards and learning objectives, adding notes to really customize this lesson plan even more. We're going to go ahead and use Khan Academy's content just to keep this simple. And again, we're going to select AP Biology / College Biology. That's the level we're looking for. And then it gives you options to select what kind of format you prefer. I'm going to select UDL for Universal Design for Learning. Okay, then we go ahead and select Start. And it's creating this lesson plan right before your eyes. So here it gives you a nice outline of a lesson plan for you to use. It has a learning objective, it has a main activity for you to use with multiple means of engagement, multiple means of representation, and multiple means of action and expression. So again, really nice. It also gives you tips on how to eliminate barriers. So I think this is a very strong tool for anyone who wants to use it. We're going to go ahead and now move on to another tool, something like the real world context generator. Okay, so with this tool, you can connect your lesson topics to real world examples that will help engage your students. Again, there's different options to choose from here, so you're going to have to select the grade level again. Again, we're going to stick with college. And then next, you're going to write about what topic you want to highlight. So let's do cellular respiration again. And let's connect to a class full of student athletes. Student athletes. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so here we got cellular respiration fueling athletic performance. Alrighty, so it's going to really customize to what you input there. So let's see, this beginning with the scenario, it says, imagine a sprinter is preparing for a 100-meter dash. Ask students to consider what happens inside an athlete's body at the cellular level to provide energy needed for explosive movement. Connect this to the process of cellular respiration, emphasizing how glucose and oxygen are transformed into usable energy. So, wow, that's really great there. I mean, there's more options to choose from here, but I mean, that's just a great way to really connect that information to your audience, really get them engaged in what you're trying to teach them. So that's another tool that we have available here at Khan Academy. Next, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate other tools like, let's say, the exit ticket. You know, oftentimes we really want to make sure students understood the content, so we give them a little exit ticket. It could also serve as a sort of attendance. So again, different options. You got to select the grade level you want, and then you're going to select, you know, what lesson topic. We're just going to keep it simple again. Cellular respiration. But again, you can get as in-depth as you want, as customized as you want. With more information, you're going to get greater, more in-depth outputs here. So let's give it a shot just with cellular respiration. Here we have another exit ticket. So let's see, a couple questions, 2 questions that you can choose from. What is one key step in cellular respiration that you can explain confidently? All right, gauges the students' understanding of the content. Another option here is what part of cellular respiration, for example, glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, or electron transport chain, still feels unclear or confusing to you. Again, this can be used to kind of gauge the students' understanding of the content and help you start to become a better instructor. Other tools worth mentioning in this toolkit here are things like recommend assignments. It can help you write letters of recommendations for some of your students, create learning objectives. It can even help you refresh some of your knowledge if you're kind of feeling unclear about a topic. You want to make sure you're really right up to snuff for your students. It can help you refresh your knowledge on some of those things. I do want to mention to keep in mind that for best practices, you need to be responsible for ensuring all the work that you come up with this tool contains accurate information. It's important to review the outputs, as AI can sometimes give inaccurate information with confidence. So, and also for privacy reasons, never enter any confidential student data into the tool. This will help prevent any issues you might have with breaches in privacy. So now you might be asking yourself, who can benefit from Khamigo? I think this tool will be especially beneficial to educators who are developing new lessons from scratch, educators who want to get the most out of their time, and educators who are looking for new ideas on how to incorporate different active learning strategies into their plans. Conmigo is free for teachers to use, so you can just sign up and try using it for a small task like generating those exit tickets for your class. You know, education is changing and you don't want to get left behind. Students and the technology they have access to are changing, and we need to change the way we deliver the content. So please consider giving Conmigo a try. It's actually really helpful, and I think you can greatly benefit from it. All right, well, thank you. That's all I have for you today.